All right, and welcome back to another show. Another episode of Girl, Let Me Tell You. I'm your girl, Miss G. Matt Lloyd, and to my left, who we got?
Miss Lex is in the building.
Lex is in the building.
Sexy.
I like this.
Look at that voice.
Lex in the building. That's 1-800 call Miss Lex.
That is.
Don't call me.
And who we got to your left?
Intelli-T.
Miss Intelli-T, how are you doing, sugar?
Doing great.
Awesome. Everybody good? Have a good weekend? Have a good week? Oh.
It's been a long week.
Crickets. Okay.
Been a long week.
It's okay. It's
long,
okay.
busy week, but we made it through.
That's right.
Listen,
Made
that's
it through.
all that matters. That's why we do this show, to kind of unwind and to
Yeah.
kind of just breathe a little bit.
And let me
Yes.
tell you what I did this morning, y'all.
What you did
you
this
did?
morning?
Girl, I jumped up at 6:30. Went over to my daughter's room. I said, you got your clothes out to dry? I need to put my clothes in the dryer. I got to be to work at 30 minutes. My baby said, Mommy, it's Sunday. I said, oh, okay. I went and got back in the bed.
Listen, Linda, even if it was Monday, the fact that you had to be working 30 minutes,
Yeah.
yeah, you know,
was pushing it.
Let's go ahead and just call
And
out.
dry them
Just go
clothes?
ahead and call out.
Oh, yeah. You've
Just
been
a little
about 30
item.
minutes late.
Right.
No, it depends on how far she got to go to work too.
Yeah,
True
about
that.
30,
True.
30 minutes.
When you say
Yeah, 30 minutes
yeah,
late.
that sounds like a call out to me.
No.
Gotta
See, you
get
just
that
want to be
man.
home. Talking about sound like a call out.
We just
just
gonna be
saying,
tardy.
You just need to be tardy.
Allow it to like a little cough.
All right, now.
I need those coins.
But like, y'all give me about 30 minutes, I'll be there.
I ain't gonna sit there and lie. I know I need to be my tail to work. So anywho, but anyway, that's how we roll on our show. You know, we definitely want to keep it as free and as light as possible. And if anybody have any questions or comments they want to get in touch with us, definitely hit us up at our email, which is glmty22@gmail.com. Ask us anything and we will be more than happy to answer. Again, that email is glmty for girl, let me tell you, 22@gmail.com. So we are going to jump right into our open discussion. Well, before we even do that, let's get our knowledge going for the word of the week. I'm gonna skip that. We can't never skip that because knowledge is power, as we all know. Miss Intelli-T, what you got?
Right. So we have the word of the day,
What you got?
and it is cloven.
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 Spell that out.
CLOV as in Victor, EN. Cloven. It is an adjective.
Okay.
Its origin is Old English, 13th century, and it means split or divided in two.
Split or divided.
So let me give you some examples of cloven in a sentence. Remember the story of Moses when he made the Red Sea cloven?
Okay. And he split it. Got you.
Yes.
Another example is by the time the storm subsided, the sailboat was nearly cloven.
Okay,
Divide.
the
Okay.
storm divided
Into.
into broken
Got it.
apart.
Split
Okay.
or divided in two.
I like that.
Alright.
And as you all know on our show, we like to, like I said, knowledge is power. So we try to use that word throughout the episode. Because why not? We always are willing to learn. And cloven.
Cloven.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Lead into- okay.
And if everybody know how I roll, you know I'm already going to turn that word into a sexual situation.
No.
So, no, it's too soon.
yeah.
It was too soon.
It's okay.
It's too soon. What I was gonna say, I ain't gonna say it, but what I was gonna say was that I got in this pregnancy predicament because my legs was cloven because they were split. And,
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm not gonna say
Round
it,
of
though.
applause right
Thank
here.
you, appreciate it. And bow. So we're just gonna move right on. That's how you keep it light and airy. We're gonna go to our open discussion. Miss Lex, what is our topic that we are gonna talk about? Just kind of set the tone. What we got?
Okay, so what we got today is all right, ladies. Would you ever be a surrogate?
Say what now?
Would you be a surrogate? Would you ever be a surrogate? Or would you, well, I guess from a guy's point of view, would you allow your spouse to be a surrogate?
Okay, first off, what is a surrogate?
A surrogate? So a surrogate is basically someone, so if you're trying to have a baby and you can't have, what you do, you would freeze your eggs, or if you don't want to carry it or whatever, you would freeze your eggs and you would have those eggs in, the male
Implanted.
sperm
Oh, gotcha.
implanted into someone else and they will carry your child for you.
For me, I would say, honestly, being able to carry, you definitely don't take it for granted, for sure. And some people, they just are not able to, for whatever reason. And I always said, if I was personally done having kids of my own and I was able to carry for somebody else, as long as my body permits, and me and my husband on the same page, I would do it. Just because, and that's, to me, is like a no strings attached. And when I say that, meaning I'm not expecting money from it, or like, no, because I kind of feel like that's a gift that it's priceless. So if I was able to do that for somebody, and again, as long as my body allowed, and I wasn't having kids of my own, then I would do it. Now, I don't take it lightly, for sure, because you're carrying a kid no matter however it go. But it'd be a big task, but I would do it. I think I would do it once. And like, if person's like, well, I want like 3. I ain't gonna sit there and guarantee that. I can't do that. You can get this uterus once. Luck up you get twins. Hey, that works out. Yeah. But to go back multiple times, no. But that's, I guess, the understanding that you would have prior to doing it. But I would do it. Would you do it, Lex?
No.
Oh, okay. Moving on. No, why not?
Me personally, I have thought about that before. Honestly, I said I wouldn't do it because of that attachment to that baby. Just being a mother, carrying those kids, like, you attach to it, and here I am carrying this baby. It's grown in me. I'm going through all the motions with it. I'm starting to feel like this is my child now, so now when it's time, okay, well, I'm here to get my child. Oh, no, it's mine, like, I don't want to, I wouldn't want to deal with that part of it. Just, like I said, just from having kids of my own, just know the feeling. I wouldn't want to honestly do that.
But that's honest.
And,
it is.
And I know, yes, it is, to help somebody out. Because, yes, everybody can't carry or, just need an extra and all that. And I get that. But, yeah, I can't be your surrogate.
But there's no, I always feel like there's no right or wrong answer to that.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. Some people do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
People actually do this for a living.
Correct.
Have these agencies out there. Okay, well, let's find your match for a surrogate where, and then you're paying for it too. So it's like, and yeah, but just me, no.
And I will say, going back to my answer, if I were to do that for somebody, I wouldn't. This is my personal opinion. I don't need that kid to know, like, oh, she carried you. Like, no. Once I give you the kid, that's your kid.
That's it. That's it. Yes.
I'll be auntie, and that's all I need to be.
That's good that you don't. You don't want them known, because then that sometimes confuse kids.
It's
like,
conflict.
Well,
that's
that
she's
really
telling my mom, and
it's just a confusion.
I would literally give me the 3 months off. Give me the 3 months off for maternity leave, but like, I don't need it to be like on Mother's Day I'm getting flowers for your baby, because I feel like I go into it, I am literally your oven.
Yes, yes, that's what you are. Because at the end of this is still
their
baby, like,
correct. So
I'm just carrying it.
Yeah, when we go to doctor's appointments, it's just my body. Y'all answer all the questions.
Exactly.
And I'm just, like I said, I'm just gonna hang out and wait for my 3-month maternity leave. There you go. Listen, tell the T, what you got?
It also depends on, like Lex and both of you all are saying, 2 different answers. It depends on the person.
Yeah.
The attachment. Whether or not you can distinguish, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm going to stick to. Everybody can't do that.
Right.
Now, I know for me, I would say there is where you can freeze your eggs, or you can donate your eggs and not have to carry the child. I would say I'd probably be more open to that option instead of carrying the child. And that's probably because I've already been through that 3 times, And
like I said, that's why it's definitely understandable, because again, there's a lot of pros and cons to it, and it's like that personal attachment. That's because you even see, like, even these Lifetime movies where you see people try to do things like that, and then all of a sudden they coming around.
Yeah,
they coming to birthday parties. They coming. You're like, wait a minute.
And that's the stalker stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I just kind of feel like, if I'm doing this for you, I'm doing this for you. And and I'm good. I don't, and it's even to the point where I don't even need other people to be know, like, dang, you know, G really did him a solid. We don't need to even do all that. Like, that's it. That's your kid, you know. So that's where I'm at with that. So I like the fact that we all had different takes on it, and again, there's no right or wrong answer to it, because your body's your body, and caring is a blessing in itself. And if, you know, like I said, some people are unable to do so sometimes, but there's other alternatives.
Yeah, that's right.
So I will say, for those who think they're gonna come ask me now after this point, y'all know I'm pregnant now. Listen. I don't know if I'm gonna lose this body again once I get this snatch back. So I don't know.
Okay.
But again, if you guys have any questions or comments or anything for us, definitely again hit us up at our email at glmty22@gmail.com. We want to take a quick little intermission and get our little drinks going. Let's get them clink, clink, clink going drinks. We even got our cup. Look at it. We slacking. We all dry mouth over here. All right, y'all. We'll be back shortly. Y'all stay tuned. This segment of the podcast is brought to you by 517 Exclusive Events, where they specialize in being professional, punctual, and love throwing a great party. Get all of your event planning needs with 517 Exclusive Events and find them on Instagram and Facebook at 517 Exclusive Events.
In need of a haircut? For your lawn, that is. A little pruning, trimming here or there, edging, or even general maintenance? Contact Cosmetology Lawn and Maintenance today at 877-465-6367. Additional services available by request.
All right, welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back,
all right, so we got a good topic today. I think it's going to be amazing as usual, because it's definitely something we can all relate to, and I think, you know, it's gonna be, we got a good one for you guys, and it might be so good that we might have to cloven it into 2 episodes.
Look at you.
you know. And for those who doesn't know that the word of the day was cloven, is to divide into 2. So we'll see how good this episode and this topic is, and we might have to cloven it. So Lex, what you got?
The topic today is something that we all struggle with on an everyday basis, you know, whether you're young, you're old. Males deal with it also. So the topic today is body issues.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
Body issues.
That's definitely a topic we all can definitely relate to.
Everybody can relate to it. Everybody.
So, explain to us from your point of view, what body issue have you suffered with, or just your view, or like, what do you think, how has society treated you body wise?
Well, for me personally, heck yeah, I deal with it. You know, it's an ongoing thing. You know, like sometimes when you walk in that store, you see that banging outfit, you try it on, you be like, damn,
it did not look like this on the man.
It ain't look like that. Like, yeah, that's not how I wanted this to look like. You know, you just wanted to fit you right in all the right spots, and you know, like, you know, me personally, my area of discomfort is that tummy area.
I think that's a lot of
people.
Yeah,
and that's a lot.
I can
You know,
relate to that.
you had everything is up. You know, I'm not saying I got biggest boobs, but they're proportioned right.
Don't ask me, because you know, I'm thicker than a snicker.
Sugar. What you say?
Nah, that's that baby fat weight. That's what it is.
I hope she let me keep it though.
But anyway, but yeah, that's something that I struggle with a lot, you know, and I'm always gotta get back in the gym. I'm gonna get my body done, bump a child's thing, but in reality, I'm not gonna get my body done.
And when you say we could get it done, you mean like surgery? Oh, okay.
You know that mommy makeover, lipo 360, Brazilian butt lift, and all of that.
Sometimes though, that seems like them quick fixes, but people gotta remember, you gotta maintain that.
You have to maintain
it. They
it.
just like do it and
you know,
keep it moving.
And if you have done it, you know, to each his own. You know, good for you if that's something that you was comfortable with doing, and it really helped with your, you know, your self-esteem, then that's good for you, great for you. You know, I'm not knocking anybody who have done it at all. This is not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying, me personally, you know, as much as I joke around about it, because like you said, it is a quick fix. It's the easiest thing to do just to get what you need done, you know. But I'm gonna have to do the old school way. I'm just, you know, and I have a fear of going on Eat the Knife and not coming out.
Of course.
That's one of my biggest fears, you know, not coming out. I have kids I gotta come home to, and I don't want to leave them just to have this perfect body, you know, and not even, you know, even if I get it done and I come out, like you said, this is something that you have to maintain.
Correct.
And then another issue too, what if the doctor didn't even do it right how you want it to be done?
Now you're
you know,
botched.
that's
Then
another
you're
thing,
stuck.
you're botched. And that's, you know, part of my fears. And, you know, and then not even that, you know, have certain health issues and then that triggers something else. Nah, I'm good.
And people too got to understand, I look at it sometimes like this too. If you didn't go to the gym before surgery, what made you
You're not
think
gonna
you
go
going
after.
afterwards?
You're not gonna go
That's
after.
right.
Because you have to, again, you have to maintain it. It's not like a,
Right.
oh, I did it and now I never have to work out or I
No,
never have to
you
watch my.
have
You have to
to.
maintain it. So if you
You
didn't go to the
have
gym
to.
prior,
Yeah.
then
9 times 10, you know, you're gonna have some people that are,
Mm-hmm.
you know, those that's really dedicated to it. But then you're gonna have the others like, yeah, I already got the work done, so I'm good.
I'm good. You
Now,
know,
what I would appreciate is that when we're looking at all of this social media, I would appreciate if people kept it real.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes,
there
yes.
was one girl, I could say one young woman who actually kept it real. She stated that what you just said, you have to maintain it.
Yes.
She had paid all this money to get the surgery, went back to her old eating habits, and gained every single thing.
And that
back.
happens.
and how
It
mad are you
happens.
at that point?
That's what I'm saying. I paid
Right.
all of this money to look back how before I went in.
Yeah.
No, what's the
So
point?
you definitely have to maintain
yeah,
it.
You
you're
do.
right. Keep it real.
What
yeah.
what issues or things have you suffered with infertility?
Everything, I would say. When I actually step back and think about how society has really warped us, I don't know how many of you guys played with Barbie dolls. I cut their hair off a lot, but I played with them. I was just fascinated with the hair. So, but anywho, but they were proportioned just right.
Perfect.
So as we grew up, we had this idea early on, oh, this is how you're supposed to
Yeah.
look.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know, and it's sad because that's what society is pushing out. That's what you have men looking for. And then you have a lot of women who shouldn't feel jealousy towards each other, but they do because of the body, the image
Yeah,
of what
correct.
society is saying you
Right.
should look like.
Exactly.
Now, you know, I also thought, and I'm going to answer your question, but I also thought that it would be funny had society came out and said, okay, the big thing is having a flat butt. It would be so funny if everybody's
right.
trying to get surgery to take their butt away.
right. Breast
Listen.
is making a bigger. Yeah. I'm
Listen,
like, you
I
know
would be,
what?
I would be the line leader of that group.
I would not be a part of that.
I mean, you know, it's just it's crazy how much effect the world has on
And it
how we
does.
view ourselves.
And then, you know, like I said, young or old, you know, and especially for us, you know, we kind of started off before that society, you know, coming in and images. It's like these kids, these younger kids nowadays, they're the one that's really more affected by it. You
That's
know?
true.
It's kind of scary
Like,
a little
they're
bit.
like the main ones, 'cause especially, you know, social media is a big thing for kids now. TikTok, Instagram, that's the main too that they're on. And like just seeing all of this, they're the ones. You have these kids out here starving themselves. They eat, they throwing up and all that just to have this perfect body. Like, ridiculous.
But it's been like that for a while. You guys remember the movie Titanic?
yes,
You remember those bustier things?
Yes.
And they
The little
pull it in
corset.
real tight.
Corset.
Those moms were really big on that.
And
That you had
everybody
to
want
look
the little Coke bottle,
Yeah.
bottle shape
Like
or
a
hourglass.
hourglass.
yeah.
But and like I said, social media alone, because you do see like a lot of the influencers and they just look amazing. Or even too, you guys even notice like even like the royal family after they give birth, like 48 hours later, they're out there with the baby taking a picture. They look amazing. You don't look like that. Like
No.
that's not. And I hate that because it makes us normal people feel like, oh, I gotta snap that quick, you know. And you could do some dangerous things to yourself to kind of
Yes.
fit in.
You really can.
We were told not to go back outside
But like,
until
yeah.
6
like-
to 8 weeks later.
Yeah, why you outside with that child?
Right.
Unless-
Your pores need
You're still open.
You're still open. Yeah. Yes.
I remember when I gave birth to my my son. her mom told me that she didn't never have me in a turtleneck coming out of the hospital, and I gave birth in May, so it was hot.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
especially y'all know y'all got island parents.
Man, this lady had me in a. I said, you know what? But who am I? I put it on.
Now you know what I dealt with. That's what I had to
turtleneck and a scarf. You be like, what the what? And I had mittens on. Like, what's happening right now?
And see, I don't even know if that's like a tradition thing or if that's real.
I think it's just a tradition thing. That's just what they grew up on. Mm-hmm. So, they're going to pass it on to you.
That's true.
So, when my kids get that age, your head need to be covered.
You need to get them earmuffs on.
Mm-hmm.
But, like I said, the whole body imaging thing is very... We can all, joke and laugh about, which is good. You got to kind of make light of the situation. But sometimes it does get to each and every person as far as, like... Man, this one has a small waist, but big hips and big butt. And because that person's getting attention in like in a positive way, you're like, well, maybe I should have that, and you start to
get that attention.
Correct. And it's not the fact that even like attention, but it's kind of like you want to feel good about yourself as well.
Right.
So I felt like definitely society plays a role. I know for myself personally, I've always liked my body for sure. However, I know I don't have the biggest butt. You can't tell me that in my mind. But society makes you feel like the bigger you have, the more prettier you are.
Right.
And then you start, well, if I just do this, I'll be a little bit more prettier. If I do that, so that's one thing I hate about what's happening right now. And it's not right now. It's always been that way. It's just more out there.
Right, yeah.
But it does make you feel some type of way.
Right.
But people have to understand and realize what you're wanting from other people, they may want something from you.
Exactly.
You'll be surprised.
Because some, especially like some people who are naturally born with that, damn, look at her like, I wish my butt was bigger like her, but she might look at you like, damn, I wish I ain't had this big, but I wish my butt was small like her.
Yeah. Or like a chest situation.
A chest situation. She got big boobs, but I wish my boobs were smaller because then, because some of those people with bigger boobs, they go through things. Also, back pain,
bigger bras,
can't find
got
it.
to go to Lane Bryant.
And their surgeries too may not even be. It just be like, I just want smaller boobs, so I'm gonna get it. A reduction, and just to feel comfortable about themselves. Right. So like you said, you may want something, but they may want something from you also.
Yeah,
that's true.
And I know even too, like I've always said, I love my pregnancy body. I just love it, but I love it from the neck down because after about 4 months, you will not see me take pictures because I don't like my face, my nose spread. I mean, the typical stuff. It goes back, of course, but you have a perception of how you're supposed to look, and when you don't look like that anymore, you're like, okay, so if I don't look like my normal self, I'm going to be ugly. So that's already registered in your mind. So I know for myself, like I said, after 4 months, I will not be in anybody's picture. Not gonna do it. Just not gonna do it. I'll take y'all a picture. I'll be in a corner. I'll be the videographer if you need me to. But I'm not gonna do it because I don't feel like myself. And I feel like no matter how many people may tell you, man, you look great, no matter whatever. Thank you. I appreciate it. But we all know how we feel about ourselves, So it's definitely kind of like a hit or miss,
Yeah.
And sometimes my husband always tells me, "Oh, you're beautiful," but of course you won't tell me that. Right. You don't,
It's the truth, Gigi.
But you hear it,
I get
but
you.
it's a whole different ballgame, And I even say, I hope I snap back after my child. When I say snap back, I don't expect to go down to my original weight, and that's not the expectation I have for myself. But I guess I'm comparing it to my first pregnancy, and I know you can't do that because now I'm 5 years older. Your body is different.
That's right.
And I have to constantly remind myself, if you don't go back to where you were, it's okay. Right. But easier said than done.
Right.
Yeah. It is so much easier said than done. So
yeah, and I know I didn't even answer that question, did I? I'm sorry,
it's okay. But yeah, it's okay.
So, I mean, for me, you already mentioned the midsection, the stomach. I've always had a butt and hips. I got that from my mom. But my thing was my skin. I've never had clear skin.
And see, from us looking at you like,
Never.
what? Like that?
I mean, I'll have my moments where it's like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. But with this type of atmosphere or whatever's going on, I have very sensitive skin. I can lay on a pillowcase.
It's a wrap.
And it's a wrap. So I've always struggled with that. And I remember going into the store, Ulta. Y'all been in the Ulta?
Oh, I love Ulta.
Oh my gosh,
Oh
Ulta.
my God.
I
I got a
always
card.
spend too much money in Ulta. You got a card?
I got a card. They increased my limit.
Oh,
I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they do that.
Shopping on G.
oh my, yeah, we should do that.
I can swipe it. But when that bill comes, I'm gonna need y'all go ahead and chip in on that bill because, whoo.
But those ladies in there, they help you find your makeup color and everything. And that lady told me, she said, girl, you were in here complaining about your skin. She said there are so many women who struggle with that. She said, don't feel bad about your skin or whatnot. And I appreciated that from her.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't take the time to uplift another woman.
That's true. Especially women that's in those stores. They have to look a certain way. They have to be pretty. I mean, you're at a beauty store.
And just for the fact of her saying it, because some of them, even working in those stores, they wouldn't do that.
Right.
They're just trying to get that.
They're trying to get a sale.
Trying to get so for her to take that time out and say that, that was awesome.
So I'm passing it on to everybody who may share that same feeling. You are beautiful, no matter what your outside look. India Ari.
Yes, that's my girl. She
Isn't
said
that
the best.
Video girl or something? Not your average girl. The video.
Yeah. We gotta play that. We gotta play that.
Yes.
Gotta put a link to that song, that video at the end. We should do that.
So no matter what you look like, the key is to be happy with yourself.
Right.
That is true.
And I'm working on that. And I ain't got that all the way.
I don't know anyone honestly that has.
That really has. But that is the goal, to be happy. With yourself. And and some people do it just to try to fit in, and they do it for other people. Especially for men. Oh, he may like me if I look like this or look like that, but no, you have to do it for you. If that's something that you want to do for yourself, then do it for you
cannot do it for anybody else.
Not for nobody else, nobody but you.
It's true. And I think a lot of it's kind of like a body image in a sense. When as a dark-skinned girl, you're always feel like lighter-skinned women get more attention because they're lighter skinned.
Right.
And it's kind of like, why? Why is that? Whereas, who knows? A light-skinned girl might be like, man, those dark-skinned girls are
beautiful.
Like
her chocolate skin, the way it glistens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of women suffer, and I'm not going to say suffer, but we always compare.
Yeah, it is that compare the light skin versus dark skin. It really is.
Because it's like you think the lighter someone is, the more prettier they are. When that's not the case. You can be, as dark as ever and just beautiful. Because you have a lot of you even see these models who are just stunning in their melanin.
I love it.
They're just beautiful.
Yeah.
But who knows how they feel?
Right. They may not feel like I'm beautiful. You know
Correct.
Yes, these people are telling me I am,
but
deep inside, I don't really feel like
you
that.
never know how somebody got picked on in school by their features or what may have you. And I always say sometimes you don't have the thick skin and the confidence, it will eat you.
Yes.
And sometimes even with the confidence that you may have, it will still eat you.
You still gonna go home at the end of the day and be like,
it's like,
okay, let me take it off, and it's like,
So I know one thing I've learned growing up, as a dark-skinned girl that turned into a woman, is that, and this is no conceitedness or tooting of horns or anything like that, but I always felt like I'm a pretty girl, not just because I'm pretty for a dark-skinned girl, which I got that a few years ago. Like when I say a few, maybe 10 years ago, I was in a Target and I had a man of another race tell me I was beautiful for a dark-skinned girl.
Oh, wow.
And to him, he was giving me a compliment.
Right.
And I'm like, say what now? That's not a compliment to me. You actually kind of insulted.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're saying that black women are ugly. You are just an exception.
Right.
And I'm like, And when I didn't say anything to him, I think he was kind of offended because he's like, well, you should say thank you. No, I shouldn't.
Mm-hmm. No.
Because what I want to say is probably not appropriate. So I definitely feel like who you have around you, especially if you have like daughters, even little boys, honestly, you have to uplift them from small.
Right.
Because this world will tear them down. And don't let them, like I said, have the fuller lips, which are beautiful, and or have the wider set or whatever. If society gets a hold of them and they don't feel beautiful from home, man, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. So I know I was fortunate enough to have parents who told me I was pretty, and not just because she's my daughter, so of course she's pretty. No, they actually genuinely make you feel like feel that way. So I think that's a lot. That's definitely an issue. A lot of women go,
And that's something I try to preach to my daughter all the time. Don't let nobody tell you anything different. You're pretty, beautiful, brown skinned girl.
Yeah, and it's not just pretty for a brown skinned girl.
Not because you're my child. The way your skin glistens and glows, like you're a very pretty little girl. And don't let nobody tell you anybody tell you anything else. You just ignore it. You know you're beautiful. Yeah. And keep it moving.
And I do want to put a disclaimer out there. This is not just to say like only black women are beautiful. We're not saying that at all. We're just going from our own personal
experiences, or just what we as a culture, as people deal with.
Correct.
I would definitely say that you should look at your own definition of what beauty is and not allow it to be defined by someone else.
Right.
So when we're speaking to our young people, we should let them know your beauty is defined by what you make it.
Correct.
If you feel that you're beautiful, you're beautiful.
Yes.
Don't worry about whomever. I also think we should start some type of initiative.
As far as?
Like doing a little something for the youth.
I'm definitely down. I'm always down for that because, again, if you're able to have a platform, like, which we're starting to form, why not?
Right.
Because we see how hard it could be. And especially like you have your teenagers who got these little boyfriends, and these boys come around here with the whole her booty too flat. They only saying that because of what they see on these videos.
That's right.
What they see on social media. So it's definitely, you want to let them know you don't have to change yourself because a little boy don't even know. Listen,
he probably got a lot going on with himself.
Not even that. Or you been in this 9th grade for 2 years. Stop it. Cut it
exactly.
out. Don't go over and tell no girl she ain't cute.
Exactly.
So definitely, I think that's a really, really good idea.
It is.
So what we're going to do, we're going to take a little quick break. We're going to refill these glasses. And then when we
got them now.
Yeah, we got our glasses now. We ain't slacking. But what we're going to do when we come back, we're going to get some guys in here. We want to hear their perspective because, honestly, sometimes a lot of our body images come from guys' perspective. We want their approval. Who said we need their approval? We don't know, but
James Brown.
That's what it was.
This is a man's
Is that what it was? Go ahead.
And what did he say after?
Hey, it wouldn't be nothing
without
what? A woman or a girl.
Okay. That's true. It's true.
Okay, let's remember that.
I think
you gotta remember that part.
The last part, didn't we?
It's okay, but we heard that part.
But we're definitely going to get some guys in here just to, like I said, get their opinions on this issue as well. Their personal opinions on themselves, because guys have body image issues as well. And then how they feel about women. All right. So refill them glasses. Don't go too far, and we'll be right back. This segment of the podcast is brought to you by ODM Gourmet Kitchen, where chicken wings are made the right way. You can find ODM on Instagram at ODM Gourmet Kitchen and on Facebook at T Hair. That's TEEHAIRE. All right, and welcome back to Girl, Let Me Tell You. And when I say that at this part of our show, it's because we got some additional guests joining us. We have a few men who's going to give us their opinion on our main topic. And just to kind of reiterate what we were talking about before, we were talking about body images and body issues. And the reason we ask for guys on this show, because we want your honest, truthful opinion when we ask y'all certain questions. And the reason we even say that is because we know how society is. We know how society thinks we should look, how social media think we should look, how our friends and other people view us. So we really want to get y'all take on this topic. All right? So if y'all can give us some honest feedback, don't look at it as, oh, I got a wife. No, be honest. That's the only way this works, right? So before we jump right into it, can let's introduce them, I guess. I guess we can introduce them a little bit. Yeah. All right. So who we got joining us today?
It's your boy VIP, man, the very intelligent player. What it do?
All right. Next up, we got
Chad.
Chad.
Yeah, here, man.
And that's exactly how he speaks, by the way.
Chad with full age.
You don't hear the D.
and last but not least, who we got?
You got KB.
KB. All right. So we got, and we also in the background we got that guy and
That guy.
And for those of you who don't know, we got 2/3 of another podcast who's joining in with us. They are called the Pull Up Podcast, so definitely check them out. Yeah. They're pretty all right.
They're okay.
Appreciate it, ladies. Appreciate the plug.
Of course. All right, so again, we're going to jump right in. Fellas, why is it that, and we all got questions for you. So why is it that light-skinned women seem to get more clout, I should say, than dark-skinned women? Oh, we got crickets in here.
Anybody want to take that first? Fellas? Any fella want to take that first?
I say something.
Go ahead, KB.
I don't think that's as much now as, let's say, 10, 20 years ago.
Why was it ever something to begin with?
Maybe it's closest thing to what they feel is the picture of, they feel like it's beauty.
Okay, but you said they. We talk about
mainstream.
Okay,
that's what portrays it.
Okay.
If you watch enough television and all this stuff there, I mean, for years, I think black people as a whole were, in a roundabout way, taught not to think they were beautiful, and only representation of what society thought beauty was looked a lot lighter than us. And I can understand what VIP trying to say, that, light-skinned people look a little bit closer than that. And I just don't think it's that apparent now.
Yeah, they're closer to vanilla. So.
Okay. And in your own personal opinions, and again, and when we say this, we're meaning it not as being, don't look at it as just sparing feelings or whatever may have you. In your personal opinion, would you go holler at a light-skinned chick before you holler at a dark-skinned chick? And if you would, why? And if you wouldn't, why?
Why? Well, me personally, I don't really care for the color. It's what I see. So whether it's light skin, dark skin, brown skin, hell, Spanish, white, if it's something nice, something nice. So the color is secondary.
Okay. Chad?
Yeah, I second that emotion.
Okay.
Color isn't, it ain't. The personality is first,
And we're just going off appearance too, by the way, because obviously you can't
have a conversation with
Yeah.
them.
Correct.
Just the looks, yeah.
The appearance would make you have a conversation.
Yeah,
First,
of
course. Think about it. For me, I would probably have to say, well, kind of the same thing, because I'm not thinking about color. I just see beauty first, and then,
And you kind of go from there.
Yeah, because...
And he said beauty, not booty.
Which actually brings us to our another question.
You segueing into
You just kind of threw that in there.
Yeah.
So why is it just, again, that as women we always feel like sometimes the bigger your butt, the more attention that you get, or a guy's more prone to look at the girl with the big butt versus the girl with the pretty face.
Right.
So, saying that, why
Not
is
really.
that?
I mean, with that, you know, it ain't all about your booty, because you can have the booty and it not sit right with your body type. You know what I mean?
Not proportion.
That's true. Not
But
proportion, right.
you can also have slim, petite, nice looking women too. That's, you know, it ain't all about the booty. So,
It just
I mean,
feels that way sometimes. And ladies, correct me if I'm wrong.
That's-
Yeah, it does.
It does, because you'll see the
You see two chicks walking.
Two
One
chicks-
butt bigger than the next.
and
like, yeah.
and the
I'ma
girl
holler
with the
at
bigger
my
butt gets a double
ass.
take. She gets a
Yeah.
double
well,
take.
get the little one, and then you can work hers to that side.
You know what?
Oh my
I just look at it as like, as far as it's like landscape. Okay, if I see a mountain, and from afar I see a mountain, all this land before me,
You ain't paying attention to it.
because
The valley,
Yeah.
we ain't looking for the valley, we're looking
Yeah.
for the mountain.
right. And with that being said, it's like if I we both have property, and I put skyscraper on mine, and you put the same exact hotel but a little model, I'm gonna see that before that. It's a landmark. It's showing.
And it doesn't make it any better than the other place, but it's just the first thing you see. And we talked about this on the Pillow podcast, right? It's all about sometimes we revert back to basic thinking, right?
Yes.
Basic thinking doesn't have you think about this person's beauty in proportion to that person's beauty. We just see the booty. You know what I'm saying?
So you think the bigger the booty, the prettier she has to be?
No,
No.
the bigger the
It's
booty,
not
you
even
see it
about
first.
the pretty. Yeah, they
You
see
just-
the butt
you just gonna
first.
see that, like you say, like
yeah.
a landmark. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of like
it don't mean I'm gonna stand and stop. You
it's
know,
like you look at
that's something
animals.
I
We
see.
talked about the peacock, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, the peacock with the brightest, colorful, most feathers gets the most mates.
Attention,
Right.
yeah.
And that's what I mean by being basic about
Gotta
it.
dress it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Of trying to.
We're not asking people to dress it up a little bit, but like a chick who just don't have the frame for a big booty,
Right.
you know,
But then if she
her
has
booty might just be nice for what her frame can hold.
But then if she tried to go get something bigger, and we see it now, but now we also see that
it's
it ain't working for you,
It
player.
is artificial as hell. That's
Yeah. So
Okay, so then that's another question. So do you prefer the natural butt or the artificial
absolutely.
I prefer natural.
butt? Okay.
Absolutely.
Because you have some people out
Yeah.
there that prefer the artificial
Just because it's
See, they're
bigger.
because it's
They're-
bigger.
They're living for now. You know?
Right.
Right.
I want to live for now, but let me see you 20 years later.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Is that still gonna be petite like you think it was 20 years before?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And
'Cause we,
the top of your cheeks gonna be still lined with
Right.
the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
and we say that too, because we were like,
Gravity pulls.
Gonna have to
some people,
maintenance
you
that
know,
thing.
you have to have maintenance, because we were saying even women who have the BBL, BBLs, like, you think I'm just gonna go get it, I'm gonna be fixed, but if you don't maintain it,
Right.
it doesn't matter, which is true, like we said, because if you didn't go to the gym before you got this, you're not
Right.
going to the gym
Right.
afterwards.
And
Right.
just with society as well as men, we make it hard for women who want to be natural but not getting the attention.
Exactly, and I
Don't
think that's
go broke trying to look pretty though.
That is true.
it's true, because I
I
think
say that too, because you say don't go broke, try to be pretty. When it all comes down to it, man, human beings can't replicate what God made, right?
That
And I'm sorry, when I see plastic surgery of any kind, it just don't look right.
It doesn't.
You
It
see it for
doesn't
what
look
it is.
good on everybody.
You're gonna see
I
it.
don't think it looks good on anybody.
Nobody
Yeah.
appears
Yeah.
straight up. If you can't be natural, you ain't yourself.
You
That-
always
that
look
is
at them with
true.
that glare like
Somebody
something,
else.
Something ain't right. Yeah. Like it looks real, but it's not.
Them
Yeah.
hips ain't supposed to hold that much. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right,
Right.
right.
Because
but everybody's gonna go higher so they can be seen more.
So what about? So you're fine. What about those women who have defined their own definition of beauty? Maybe they feel like they need to go and get some type of surgery. I mean, based on what you guys just said, does that make that person not beautiful?
I don't think that person defined their own idea
Yeah.
of beauty. I think they might be suffering from some kind of
Rejection.
or mental issue
Or like a
about the
dysmorphia.
way they see themselves. Because I happen to have somebody close in my family who got the nose done, got the booty done, because they just, and it's crazy. She was pretty to begin with.
She didn't see it.
I think
see
society.
it.
That's society. That's society.
Yeah.
This social
Exactly.
media, blogs, everything, magazines, everything that they're putting out there to make you think
This is what it is.
this is what you should look like and everything like that. This is how you should be too. But I mean, natural is the way, baby.
Yeah.
Natural is the way.
But to piggyback off what you asked a little bit, the only way I would feel a woman should get cosmetic surgery if she wants it and she's already beautiful, if she had things like disabilities.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Go
Yeah.
for that.
you lose a breast
Yeah.
cancer.
Oh,
If you want
okay.
to bring
Okay.
it back, do it. You lost something. Women in the
Right.
armies
Yeah.
or just military period
Right.
loses something right here. She want to put a little extra to bring it
Right.
back.
To make it
That's
proportion.
cool,
To
but-
make her feel better.
Yeah, but as society, we see that. So that makes it all people who are attracted to it, men and women, attracted to it. So everybody else that sees people attracted to it, they want to be on that level of attraction.
And I
in a
think,
sense.
too, like literally, like women, we feel. I mean, I can speak for myself, but I'm pretty sure we can all kind of agree to it to a certain extent. We feel like when we're around our girls, she could tell me, and T can tell me I'm beautiful, and I'm gonna believe it. Lex could tell me I'm beautiful, I'm gonna believe it. You feel like when your spouse or a guy, you're like, he just saying that, he just saying that, because I think society has already got us to a point where it's like, if you don't believe it from who you like, your close knit people, it can't be true.
Correct.
And I kind of feel like, and that's so unfortunate because that's what
You miss out on
you miss out on what it is.
Agreed.
And like you said, you do have sometimes when you go places and you got women with like the bigger breasts or like their waist is about as big as a 4-year-old's waist, but they, hips, but it looks good. We can all say, oh, it may look good.
But we know it's not real.
We also know that
Which is
comes with
true.
It
But
comes with issues, but
or when y'all chase it though, it's kind of like, for the natural girls when
Yeah.
y'all
But is
chase
that-
those.
Cats just thirsty. That's all.
Yeah, it's like the coyote trying to get the
You
daggone
gotta be
road
able
runner.
to
You know what I'm
control
saying?
yourself. I mean, if you ain't got self-control of yourself and your doings, I mean, you should be able to sit around and look at beautiful women all day and not get outside yourself, of anything.
Self-control lets you see a depth of beauty.
That part. Yeah.
We should say that for the people in the back.
Repeat that one more time.
Repeat.
Self-control lets you see a depth of beauty.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Okay, I heard KB.
I see that.
Elaborate on that a little bit.
All
right. Elaborate on that a little bit.
I can elaborate on that. I feel like this, right? When we don't control ourselves as men, I'm talking as men.
Yeah.
We don't control ourselves as men. We'll only be attracted to that surface level stuff. Big breasts, big butt, you know what I'm saying? We ain't even looking at the face. That's why you got butterfaces walking around here thinking they baddest thing in town.
It's true.
and that is true.
It is very
That
true.
is true.
You got these little,
That is true.
Because somebody or a lot of dudes that have self-control, they saw walking away and then that's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you say, all that glitters ain't gold,
grass ain't
pull
green
back-
on the side.
Exactly. Pull back for a second. You are able to recognize beauty in somebody who don't have the butt that big. Or the
Of course.
breasts that big.
Of course.
And you say to yourself, if she had bigger breasts or a bigger butt, she wouldn't look right. I kind of like the way she looked right now.
Right.
Keep
Okay.
it like it is.
So how does a man get to that level of discipline? Does it start at a young age?
No.
When does it come? And then what can you say to other men to kind of change their perception of how they look at women as a whole based on what you just said?
I feel
If
like,
I had,
go ahead, bro.
I feel like if I had to tell somebody or explain to another man of how to have a little bit more discipline or self-control, I'd probably say, hey, just be slightly less thirsty. You know?
And what you mean by self-control? I needed
If you see five
definition.
No,
like
self control. Like if you see, okay,
Discipline.
just
grabbing her.
not grabbing her or touching her, but it's kind of like, man, this pretty,
just let her be.
this pretty woman is like, she's pretty and she kind of showing me attention. So, and I think she's pretty, and she tried to talk to me, so I'm gonna talk to her back.
Well, it's kind
like,
of simple. My advice to them is, let's say you see a chick with a big butt walking by, and you know, and exactly 5 seconds you're gonna go over there and talk to her, man. Give it another 5 seconds. You know,
or don't put yourself in a situation to. Well, I mean, you can't.
I think
not
she's
put
asking
yourself
from a different perspective.
No, what
as a
I'm
man,
saying-
she's saying
Might
as
be
I
too
think she
early.
mean it in a relationship.
do you mean in a relationship?
Oh, I was trying to piggyback off of intelligence.
When you said self control,
Self-control.
are we talking about men in general, or men in a
men
relationship?
in general?
In general.
Just because you see
Based
something.
on
Yeah.
what-
Okay, I was listening to you and I took it as such. Okay.
Based on
Because
what
I
he
think
was stating.
it's a very basic, response when we see something, go for it, right? It's kind of like being an animal out there.
Of course.
Animals don't meet and
I was
talk
trying
and
to see
go
the
on dates,
angle
Right.
you know what I'm
going.
saying?
Right.
They smell heat and get it on.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think we're being basic when we do that. But if you pay attention to like the animal kingdom, right? You know, you see that each animal has an advantage, right, or a disadvantage or whatever. But if you think about it, you know, me against a tiger or a lion ain't gonna work. Me and the other two of these guys against one lion, we might can figure out some things. It's because our advantage as human beings, as men, is up here, right? So if we're not taking advantage of what's up here, then we are subject to being as simple as an animal out in the wild.
You're thinking with the wrong, not to sound no type of way, but you're kind of thinking with the wrong head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. You know, so
Control
my
that head to use.
Yeah.
And that again comes later. It sounds like
Yes.
Yeah,
and
it comes later.
so it does
Maturity.
definitely sound like
It
it's
does.
a level of
something.
maturity. Would you
It does.
say?
I
Yes.
think that's what it
Okay.
is. Yeah.
Because what they say, development of a male was about 20, 25 or something like that.
Well, anybody about 25, but we're about 7 to 8 years off to the same age of woman.
I would
And it
say
all
y'all about like
depends on how
38.
you was
39.
brought, you know. A lot of people, they had younger relationships to where they was influenced in things and
You got homeboys.
you know different shit.
Your homeboys
different
do this, you do that.
Right,
but, you
right.
know, yeah, it's a different development right up in
Yeah, I know men do have to mature to get past that point. And I think when they don't is when they stay in
locked
that
in.
locked
Yeah.
into that thing there. But it's like I said, right? You see the chick with the big booty, right? You go talk to her in 5 seconds. Why don't you say to yourself, she got a nice butt, but let me observe her a little bit longer to see what else I might like about her, right? And
Other
just
than
to
that,
say
yeah.
that, just to say I'm going to sit here and just watch her from a distance and see what else I could like about her, that is enough to kind of really give you a little bit of self-control to say, maybe not.
Yeah. Okay.
That might got drama.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because sometimes you got to realize
That
that
is true.
while we're sitting here, we're looking at that, she wanted you to see that.
Yeah.
She's
Yes.
a peacock with the flashiness.
Yeah.
She wanted you to come,
See that.
come for that because she's hiding something else.
What's
And I also
behind?
feel, and I kind of feel like too, another thing that doesn't help sometimes is when you could be with somebody and then just say, things go left or somebody step out. When you see, I know from a woman's perspective, when you see the woman who you stepped out on and she ugly as the bottom of my tires, you be
But that's
like,
what he goes back to seeing
what the what?
what it was just some whatever the physical feature
Yeah,
was.
that's what it was.
It could have been a what you call it, a butterface. Or what-
Butterface,
Yeah, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
But and I think that's where the self-esteem part comes
Plays
down
in there.
because then it's like,
Let me explain butterface.
No.
Anything bad but her face.
But her face.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking something different.
you ain't know
But real
hey,
quick-
that's the
Learning.
word of the week next week.
Hey,
Butterface.
real quick though, when we was younger, we used to hear this lady. They used to, all the guys, all the dope boys around the neighborhood used to call her goddamn.
Oh my gosh.
We thought they called her goddamn because she just was. Her body was
body was
her,
like,
her
goddamn,
body was
yeah.
nice, but that wasn't what it. When she turned around and they seen her face, they was like, God
Goddamn.
damn,
Oh wow. So
that's
she's
not
a,
bad. Butterface.
Man, let me
are
let me
we-
hit you out of something y'all may not
Are we
know about.
body bashing?
no, we're
We're
definitely
not trying.
And
y'all are trying to
not
understand.
body bag, but we're
We're trying to understand
from
the
the guy's
guy.
point of view.
So
That's
like,
what
like
that
we
is.
always said, we
Okay.
always put a disclaimer. We're never to tear nobody down.
No,
we just
that's not
really
what this
want.
is about.
Nah, we're not tearing you down, but we just give.
But
from
that's
our-
just
It-
their
it's
point
their-
of view
their
as
per-
men as a whole.
That's their perspective.
Because that's how they think. A lot
Yeah.
of them.
Nobody's
you
perfect,
know,
man. So we all
exactly.
have ways of thinking that could be effed up, but you know, y'all don't cuss on y'all station.
No, we do not.
Oh, now I want to
Praise
say
the Lord.
crazy.
Praise the Lord.
Y'all may not
I mean, you
realize
guys are
though,
guests,
as
it's
women,
okay.
y'all may not realize this, but sometimes men can be attracted to a big butt. She turn around, face is just jacked up, but you already done got too close to her. You already said something,
Right.
and then now when the conversation starts, Miss Butterface that attracted you with the big butt.
Or
Now she's-
personality wise. Not
He
really.
ain't looking at her personality.
No,
Yeah, 'cause
he
you can't
just
see
looked at
it.
the
You
big
can't
butt.
see it.
Yeah, what she's jumping straight to is what he wants to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What she
Yeah.
know most men
Yeah.
will come look at her for.
Exactly. Or what skills she may have. And then now people get curious and be like, I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there.
Okay.
So, we've gotten your perception on that side. Let's put it on the other side.
Yeah, the other side. It's
Meaning
over there,
that,
like the other side of the pillow.
meaning, do you all not suffer, but
Have body.
have
Body
bottle-
issues.
Yeah, body issues.
Body issues.
Out here,
Y'all
you see,
laughing.
there's
We know y'all
a,
do.
We know
you know,
you do.
women, we define how we want our men to look: tall, dark skin, and
All of that.
all
All
of
that
that good
stuff.
stuff. So, if you guys could share with us, do you all struggle in that area? If so, what area would that be?
Yeah.
You want to know individually, personally?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I go first. Hey man, it's VIP, man, and I understand. I always tell my wife or whatnot, I'm like, this belly, man. If I were to do anything, I would do a tummy tuck.
Really?
I would do it just because.
And why?
Why? Because just like you women, sometimes you get as a man, because we're not so masculine all the time what y'all think. If we see our women looking at something, we're like, man, I know I ain't got what she just was looking at for a little minute, but you know, you may want to try to help the process of getting that. So that's cheating a little bit, getting it done. So that's why I would do it.
Do you feel like that has hindered you as far as women in general? Because usually a lot of people, when they get surgery, it's because, you know what, for the past 20 years, I've always...
No, I don't
always-
feel like it's hindered.
Hindered, okay.
No, not like that. It's just something I would get done. I'm fine with myself, but you ask what
Yeah.
if you had something you would do.
Right.
That's me. I would do that just so.
Does the question necessarily say something we would have done? Like
No, it's
No.
just what you have struggled with.
That struggle, I have
with,
struggled
yeah,
with my
that you would
stomach. I
wanna
just
change.
went on and said I
Yeah.
would do that. That's something I would do. That's just me.
Gotcha.
Right.
Right. But as far as anything else, no. Fine with self. I would do it, but
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Chad with the 4
fine
A's.
with self, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I can't really say that I'm struggling in anything because I like to stay active. So
I will say this about Chad. I'm jealous of cats built like Chad because they can wear any goddamn thing.
See? But that's something
But
we said.
we said that
we're
too.
jealous of other women.
Appearance.
Like
Exactly.
she has that
And it's not like a
appearance.
jealousy
That's
thing,
right.
but it's kind of like,
It's kind of like, I wish I
had that.
Yeah.
Right, of course. That's why I say I would love to be able to have a little extra,
Yeah.
you know,
Or be able to
slim.
wear, or be wearing a skinny suit.
Yeah. I want to have my suit look like I want to look like Ghost. You know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
Instead of Casper. You know what I'm saying?
because like I said, it's true. You will be surprised how we view each other.
Yes.
And we always say, I know I joke about it all the time, but I be dead serious. God already knew what he was doing by not giving me a big tail because he know I don't know how to act without one. So can you imagine if I got one?
I mean, it ain't.
You put my top portion on top of intelligence. I ain't wearing pants.
Oh my goodness.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
She telling the truth, yeah.
I ain't gonna wear pants. Not gonna do it. But that's how society got you feeling like you should look this certain way.
That's right.
You know.
But what makes it great when you don't do it. And
Correct.
You just find a way to make yourself feel better about what you have.
Correct.
That's when you're winning.
That's right.
And
You know
that's
what
what we
I'm
said
Where
earlier
you
too.
lacking at on one thing, you can be plussing in that other lane.
Correct.
You know that the water might be deep in that sea. You know what I mean? Other than that mountain. When you come off that mountain and walk through the valley.
You know what? And that is Chad with 4 A's.
Oh, man, that was a Chadism.
Yes, sir.
Chad is them.
What about
KB, what about you? Yeah, we didn't forget about you.
Oh, I didn't answer?
No. You did
No, you
not.
just said that you like.
Yeah.
Okay. Spare tire. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so stomach.
Yeah, you know, my wife ain't gonna like to hear this, but I don't like the junk I have in my trunk.
Oh,
you understand what
my
I'm saying?
goodness.
I hate it. I hated it all my life, right? Even as a jit growing up. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was in the service, dudes would be like, yo, Benz, you got a sugar bunkie, and I ain't like that. You know what I'm saying?
So when you walk down the road, guys whistle.
I ain't saying all that. I'm just saying I don't like
Women
it.
did. Women
the
did.
women.
The women always loved it. But
Okay.
I just
That's
didn't-
what the twist
I don't-
is.
Right.
You know, I don't like all the attention.
So, but it's good to know that guys feel, in a sense, it's kind of similar.
Similar, right.
Especially to, like you said, if you see other guys that's working out, or like KB said, he wish he was kind of, not wish he was built like Chad, but that type of, you know, body structure, you could kind of wear anything. But who knows that somebody in Chad's structure might feel like, man, well, I wish I was more of this or more of that.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just really making sure to kind of love who you are, and if you don't like something, you got to work on it, because it's not a quick fix, and it's even better if you can work on it with somebody.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Perfect. You're right about that. I like the way
definitely.
you think.
Don't be trying to holler at me. I'm married, child. I got a whole man's, and I'm pregnant again.
Oh, y'all
Your
been,
third time.
y'all been, what you say, clothing.
We've been. Our word of the week has been for the guys. The word of the week has been clothing, and it means to split or divide the two. And we said earlier that my legs had cloven. That's how I got in the situation.
Amazing. You pregnant? I thought that was just a little bit
Y'all
of that.
bottom.
Hey, he liked it just like it was.
Barefoot.
So question for you, gentlemen: what is, out of curiosity, what is your favorite part of a woman's body?
Can I start?
And we're going to omit any private parts. By the way,
Really?
we were not talking. You know,
Yeah.
just
Right. You told.
he said, "Oh,
I'm a breast man.
okay, we could take that."
All right.
I like breast over booty.
I like nipples.
I'm kind of scared. Because the further we go down the line, it's getting a little bit.
But yeah, you gotta see.
You gotta see it. Something-
Right. So what if you don't see when you first see a female?
Just imagine.
You don't.
They still gotta get hard.
Okay. Next.
Next. Okay, let me reword this question. Let me reword the
No,
question.
don't reword it yet.
You know what? Not
Let
yet.
him answer and then reword
Okay.
it.
Can I get the question again, ma'am?
What's your favorite part of a female's body?
Huh?
What is your favorite part of a female's body?
Oh, I didn't hear you when you said it.
Oh,
If I have to just look at her,
just
right?
looking at her.
Oh, I gotta see that smile, man.
Okay.
I gotta see that smile.
Okay.
Okay, so now let me reword it a little bit.
If your gate messed up, I ain't gonna lie.
What is it?
What's the gate?
The T.
Oh,
And tell a T.
I'm
If you-
fixing to write down all these words because I thought the gate was something you go in and out of. But now
Nah, but that gate swing. If it missing a panel,
okay.
It's like that pencil. Hang low.
Okay. We're going to write this down,
I'm
ladies.
gonna write this down.
Right.
Take notes, y'all listening, please.
Okay.
Swing through the gate and walk through the
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Lord,
to the bottom of it.
you know what,
oh, you gonna reword them? Sorry.
girl? Let me tell you.
tell
Look,
you.
this will happen when you bring the guys on the show, because I don't know where
Just
we
bring
just
a little
went.
bit of the pull up to y'all.
Y'all pulling up all right.
Y'all sure lives,
With details.
and
Okay. How are you going to reword
I
this
don't even
question?
know at this point because I'm scared. I was just
Trying to
going.
be PG.
I was going to say, just looking at a woman off the bat. So obviously, fully clothed woman that you just seen, just walking. What's your go to that you look for? A fully clothed woman. I mean, you can still say.
That changed the answer to my question.
Okay, well that changed the answer. All right, so KB.
Okay, that changes mine too.
Yeah.
I'm looking at an overall figure. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a decent face to go with it. But I don't. It don't have to be beautiful.
Right.
But an overall figure, like that's what
She's
she has,
proportioned?
proportion.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. I mean, me being a breast man, I mean, I'm not going to shun somebody because they ain't got them. But if they are proportionate to what their body looks like, man, cool.
Would that be the first instinct? Because it sounds like we're mentioning visual. So is that the first thing that always comes to a male's?
Well, no, this is his personal.
Okay.
Because I think visually, somebody has to get you to look at him.
Yeah.
Right, you have to see him.
You have
Okay.
to see him. It's like, I can't walk up on anybody and be like, yeah, let me see if I can get a relationship with
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think visually you have to, but it's curves for me.
Okay.
I have to see, I like to see hips and,
Okay.
You want to see,
Okay.
how
yeah.
silhouette of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see the silhouette. There we
Gotcha,
go.
gotcha, yeah.
All right,
I
Chad.
want to see you, but I want to know where your mind at. You know what I mean?
But you can't see
But
that
what
off
do
the
you-
bat.
but-
See
but
your
But
what-
you can't
mind.
see
Is
it.
what you're seeing. Like
Before you go
see
up
her
to it.
off
Before you
that.
go until you make that choice that you want to know her mind is what she got to look like.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is it legs? Is
I
it?
ain't picky. You know, you just be you. Be you. You know, if you love you and what you're in, you know, that's what attracts me. You know.
We're gonna put some nice soft music behind that answer. We're gonna put a nice little violin right behind that answer.
Saxophone.
Yeah.
All right,
I wanna-
VIP.
I want to see the stroll, the strut.
Ooh, so you're more so like not necessarily the legs, but the way she walks.
I want to see her walk. I want to see the groove in it. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of
How her
sophisticated.
hips
if you
move.
think
Oh,
about it.
that's kind of sexy.
Mhm.
A little
Yeah,
good.
it's
The little
like
jig
how her-
leg.
her little
If I
hips
can't
move
talk
and
to you
jiggle.
yet, I can't see what you got under your clothes. I want to see you walk.
That's
Okay.
that's
I'm gonna
quite
check you out.
sophisticated.
I like
You
that.
know why I think it's sophisticated? Because if you watch somebody walk, you can extract a little bit of information about.
They have, because
Yeah.
and that's true. I think the way you walk too kind of shows kind of somewhat of a confidence too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you're because you're
Yes.
walking
Yeah.
hunched over and
Walking too
slouched,
much.
you walking at a quick pace. It's like
And be walking too much. Though. Walking
Right.
too much. Shit.
But if you're
walking, you taking your
walking.
time
and you're strutting it,
slowly.
you got like a nice
slowly.
lean
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah,
Like
I just
okay,
want to see you stroll. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Without noticing. You know,
I like that answer.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
slide cross.
He thought about
Yeah,
it.
he
Slide.
thought
You hear
about it,
more
right?
of that at the pull up.
Okay.
Sorry.
I know. Yeah, one more time to
Yeah,
plug
one more
yourself.
time.
Plug.
You know
One more
what?
time.
Because boy, let me tell you.
Huh.
I know this is a little shameless.
Huh.
Okay, so question. Here's another one for you guys. Do you have any questions from a woman's perspective in regards to this topic?
I do.
Okay.
So I'm realizing from this topic off rip that women are very body conscious, right? And we know this because we observe y'all. But men, you can say men are body conscious about a certain amount of things, but you guys would never know unless you ask, like you guys just did, correct?
Right.
Right. So some of you probably didn't even know that, he would get a tummy tuck or I have issues with my.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Not like women, because women, you can see it all the time.
Because we hide it, or certain things we wear, or
Yeah.
yeah.
So I also come to the conclusion that women seem to be less picky about what a man looks like.
True. I can see that a lot.
Yeah, you can
see it.
you can
You
see
see
a
it.
woman with a beautiful figure, and she's with a dude that look kind of doughy. You know what I'm saying?
Doughy,
I can see that
older,
being
you
true.
know.
That's true. I can
Something
see that being
behind.
true. That is true.
Yeah.
I
agree.
That is.
Are y'all settling? Or what are y'all looking at? Oh,
Yeah.
Exactly.
What are y'all looking at
Can't be
when you can't see him naked? When you're looking at him from afar?
So my curiosity is
If it
based
ain't
on
somebody else.
based on what he just asked. It's like, what do you guys look at? What attracts you guys?
Because we
I
see it a lot
am-
when, like you say,
I look at
a
swag.
woman that's considered herself beautiful
Right.
with a
Right.
I know. I look at honestly, my go-to for me, and I'm not like it's something about a beard and a smile for me.
Yeah.
Instant draws, right there. My draws get penciled. That was the word of the week last week when you're going down. But no, it's something about honestly, like
no, your legs what?
they clothing.
There you go.
Only for one person though. I'm not a whore in these streets. No, but like for me, because usually when you have a beard, it's obviously I ain't gonna say obviously, but sometimes it's darker than your actual natural skin tone. So to me, it just kind of stands out.
Yeah.
But that And like that's my go-to if I can't see you naked, obviously. And I'm a big fan of arms.
Okay.
I love me some arms. So not the bodybuilder, not that nastiness, but like enough that you know how like them body is just
That's
ridiculous.
what makes me more curious about what women think. Is because like they don't want these huge bodybuilders.
No.
Correct.
And I know this might sound crazy, but I would not go and date a bodybuilder that has zero fat on them. I don't know. I know that sounds weird, but that's not attractive to me.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit of if I could do like this to your belly, do, and it moves just a little bit, I'll take it any day of the week. I just like that. That's just what I like. But if I can't see you clothed, I mean, I can't see you naked, obviously.
Right.
Definitely, smile and I guess facial.
The facial.
I guess
Okay.
facial and like I
The
said,
beard.
and arms.
I'm a body person. I love height. When I look at a man that's clothed, I'm also looking at what type of clothing. In a
Yes, yes.
like
Yeah. I like the
suit,
swag.
How you
the
dress.
suit,
Yeah, how
the
you dress.
They
carry
don't always
yourself
doing
in
it. You know what I'm saying?
the silhouette, like of the
How you hold
shoulders,
it up.
How it fits.
the
you
little
just-
curve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not too much booty meat.
No, I don't like no
I got
booty meat.
enough of that for both of us. But I like hair too.
Okay.
I wouldn't be so much attracted to anyone that doesn't have hair.
Okay.
So you gotta have some hair. You can't be bald head.
But you know what though? I always said I don't think I'd be attracted to a bald headed guy. But a bald headed guy with a beard,
Okay.
because you can't be bald up here and bald on your face. Like
No.
we gotta pick a
Gotcha.
struggle.
No.
Gotcha.
Like
Right here, look
Avon
like a
roll
man.
on deodorant.
Yeah,
Me looking like a man.
yeah. Look, like
the mask?
yes,
No.
it's
So they
like
can, so they
You
can be
gotta have
short
hair
and stubby.
somewhere.
no. They can see.
Not short and stuff.
I would
So
not.
you do have a height requirement.
I have a height requirement.
Okay.
You have to be at the minimum has to be taller than me.
Okay.
Minimum. Because shorter than me, I have a phobia already, and I'm not even gonna get into what my phobia is
Lord.
because we're not going there.
No, I want to know what the
No.
phobia is.
Girl, no.
The height phobia?
No,
Okay, that'll be for
it's-
another show.
Yeah, it's another show. It's yeah.
Yeah,
It's definitely another
I
show.
agree with her. You got to be taller than me because I'm short. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
I'm short.
Well, I'm average. I'm an average height woman, but you have to be at least taller than me. I don't care if it's an inch taller than me, because
Right.
you know when I wear my heels, I'm not kissing
Yeah.
down to you.
Gotcha.
right.
Not
You know?
same height, no same height.
I would prefer you just taller than me. And some people like. I always.
Be like 5 inches taller than me.
I look at it like this. Some people like the basketball built person, or some people like the football built person. I'm a football built person.
In the middle.
a little.
I don't. You know, that's my
Yeah.
thing.
He's not
Yeah.
too muscle, not too muscle, but not too slim. Just like in between.
And if you don't have a neck, I know that sounds weird. I'm down for that.
Wait a minute. No neck?
it's a football. Look at your average football
some
player.
football players do not have
Have a
necks.
neck.
Mm.
But they got beards though. They usually have
Yeah,
beards.
but
They
no
usually
neck.
have
Usually
beards
they're,
and
like,
arms.
Strong, thick neck.
Oh.
Not too thick, not to the point where it looked like you just swallowed an alligator, but just like they usually have a beard. I don't know how we even got to this deep,
Okay.
but Ms. Lex, what you got? I'm sorry,
Oh dang!
I took that and I ran with
You
that.
ran with it. Like I'm with you on the smile thing.
Yeah.
Like I like a pretty smile.
Like
And,
dimples, like they got.
I mean, he doesn't have to have dimples.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
everybody don't have dimples. It's okay.
we
you
know that, right?
But no, I like the smile. And then like like Tanika was saying, the way he dressed, like I like the swag. Like if you're a good dresser, like that.
Swag would get you in a lot of places. I think it's the confidence.
And
Yeah.
that's
The
when we come
confidence,
back with
that's
the
what I'm
guys
saying.
that have the beautiful women in per se, and the guys.
Ugly dudes.
Yeah.
But
That's what I'm saying.
The
The way the
confidence,
confidence
man.
in it, how you dress, the way
Jay-Z.
you present yourself. So like even like what VIP was saying, like the way you walk, like
Yeah.
you see that confidence in it, and you just carry yourself really well.
Correct.
Like, yeah,
That's right.
that's what I like.
Because like I said, it's the confidence, it's the swag,
Yeah.
and that has a lot.
Can you
That-
do that one more time? I'm sorry.
Jay-Z.
Intelligent.
Dang.
And Beyonce.
Intelligent. Ma'am.
Intelligent. Okay.
But no.
Sorry, I'm cutting that.
I just had to give y'all an example.
No, but you think about it, because you do have some not so attractive men, but you know their swag is on.
And that's what I'm saying, because
point.
looks is not always.
It's not everything.
That's true.
It's not.
Your confidence level and the way you know, I guess all that goes in the way you treat people and all that. That's attractive.
Yeah.
The way your personality could be attractive, because you could be on a scale of 1 through 10, you could be a 4, but your personality and your swag and confidence is like a 9.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds like we have
yeah.
some similarity a lot in when it comes to the guys and the girls. We're both visual beings right off the bat. So with that being said, I don't know if we should state that that's necessarily a bad thing, but we should say that there needs to be some type of limit,
Correct. And I think
where that doesn't take over.
So, question to you ladies. I know you got to wrap it up here because y'all kicking us out because you ain't got no more stuff for us to eat and drink. So, I just want to ask you ladies this real quick before we go. With the visuals, you know, you only can see a guy first or whatever, and after that, he's cool. The swag, the clothes, everything is great. That you was like, okay, I can work with that. But does his size matter?
What size?
what size we talking
The
about?
shoes?
shoe size?
His microphone.
His microphone.
Because we were
Repeat 'em.
always told the size of the shoe determines a lot of things as well. I don't know if that's true,
I don't know
ladies.
that's true.
But you know,
I don't believe that to be true.
Not to knock the question down.
Right.
They have to get to a certain level to even figure that out.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He looks good. He passed that test. Okay, his swag was good. He passed that test.
And he got a small man.
He's not the proportion his weight, but the weight's okay. But then you get farther than that. You like him, you know what I'm saying? You go there, or you don't go there, but you test the waters. His size
doesn't matter.
Size, speak for yourself.
For
child.
myself,
Girl, let me tell you.
All right, guys.
I
For
had
all
to
the guys
learn
that side that got the itty
I
bitty
had to
ditty
go-
committee.
No,
listen.
not itty bitty bitty. No, I'm just
but
saying.
it's usually-
I had to go through things to get to that stage to actually say that.
Okay.
I
You
was
get what
I
I'm
was saying
saying? 'Cause
50-50
it was
on
always that size matter. No, size doesn't always matter.
I say it's 50-50 because you can have a boa constrictor and don't know what to do with it.
Exactly.
Amen.
And if you don't know what to do with it, then it's like you wasted all of this.
That's what I'm saying.
Correct.
As long as you know how to use
Correct.
it. As long as you know how to use it and hit the right spots.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's where teaching comes into, but that's a whole nother
Yeah,
episode.
I
for
just
sure.
want to throw that
That's
out there
that's
before
why
we
I
go
had to
because
say
you know
that.
there's always a speculation by the package.
Yeah,
You know?
like I mean, a good package is a good package. No, it's just a matter how it's wrapped up.
Right.
But
Right.
anyways, all right, we definitely want to thank you, gentlemen, Mr. VIP Chad with 4 A's and KB for joining us on.
4 A's, I
And
like
y'all can
that.
follow them at the
Oh,
Pull Up
You
Podcast.
could definitely follow them at the Pull Up Podcast.
That's right.
You know.
Instagram, you know, all that good stuff. We
No, that's my part, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Could you do that for us?
Young
You
man.
was talking up.
Okay.
Okay.
You can follow them on Instagram and TikTok.
TikTok.
And Facebook.
Y'all on
Facebook.
TikTok too?
TikTok.
Facebook,
okay.
Instagram.
I hear the creaking.
But no, you could
Spotify,
you could definitely
you know,
find
Apple
them
Music.
because they do have a pretty good show. I will say for sure.
Appreciate it.
So we definitely appreciate you guys for joining in and taking
And we'd love
time.
to have you guys back.
And we'd love to have you guys back. And so we're definitely gonna wrap up our segment of Girl Let Me Tell You. And as you all know, if you have any questions, comments, concerns that you want us to answer, definitely hit us up at glmty22@gmail.com. We'll see you all later for another amazing episode. I'm your girl, Miss G. Matt Lloyd, and we got Miss
Select.
and Intelli T.
and we signing off. Go ahead and get them glasses. And we're going to call it a night. We love y'all so much. Peace.